Good morning, my beautiful people. Happy Friday. No news today. End of the week. This is quite the weekly candle on NQ. The super small body shows like a lack of continuation in either direction, as we can see then from the daily, right? We did end up hitting that buy side yesterday at, what time was that? Like right at the close, I think. Yeah. And then we were traced to this 4-hour fair value gap. I mean, we're definitely consolidating here on like the 4-hour and the 1 hour. Pretty tough. So I don't know. I don't really have a bias here. I mean, we could retrace more into here. If it's seek and destroy, I mean, it took some sell side and buy side. It could take again sell side, sure. Or, is this now a BPR where it'll get bought up? We'll find out. I think we'll get a better sense of it probably by 10. When this 4 hours closed, we just tapped a little bit into here, but so I don't know. I don't really have high expectations for today. We have like no news and we're just consolidating, and I don't think it's a great environment for me to be putting a lot of risk down. So let's see where the regular trading hours gap will be. I don't think much of one. Closed here at 5:30. I wish I paid better attention here yesterday. I completely filled it here. Well, the close was here, but basically did. Okay. Okay, here's the open. Yeah, the gap is about 70 points or so. I don't really see it as such a big deal there, but yes, very similar structure. So, any divergences? Not really. Okay. I mean, this is the range we're playing in, so after we had that super large moves to the downside, now we're having like these very large range consolidations though. So like there's still money that you can make, but it is still more difficult than if it's a one-sided trade. Okay, one-sided direction. The close is here. We tapped into that 4-hour fair value gap just a little bit. So it's going to be interesting how this closes at 10. So far, NASDAQ pumping at the open. Like 30 points up to the upside, not too much. I mean, 40 points. Do you wonder if it's going to respect that order block and fair value gap? Or will it invert it? This is the manipulation during London, so I measured out that the extensions, and it does line up with this fair value gap and a discount, and like a 50% of the move back up, essentially 50% of this range. So could potentially get down here. Yeah. I'll see how this reacts to this fair value gap, this 15-minute candle, and this order block. Will we reject from here? Also, there hasn't been like an SMT, which kind of also lowers. I'd like to see that. So that's why I wouldn't really just go straight up short into there, especially we took some sell side here. And in the conditions that we're in, we've seen, some sell side get taken, then buy side get taken, so just gonna watch, see how this first 15-minute candle does. As far as like the 1 minute, pretty all over the place here on NASDAQ. What are you guys thinking about today? Is it going to be tougher, or are you guys trading today? Happy birthday, thanks. Every day is my birthday according to this chat. My birthday was in April. You guys are funny. Since I've started doing some golf and pickleball, like my algorithm, like on Instagram, is just all just golf and pickleball. It's just that. There's no trading. I don't see any trading reels. I see how to get a better swing and whatever. It's kind of funny. So from this is the swing high really, to down here. I mean, I do see this like potential bearish breaker here, but this is so large here, right? So, not doing anything right now. NQ surging higher. ES back at the, filling the gap up, the gap down right there. So we filled that gap. Not necessarily in a clean way. You see on the 5 minute, no displacements. I asked my friend, yesterday he was also looking to short for Thursday continuation lower, but he didn't enter the same short I did. And I was like, what were you looking for? That he said that he wanted a displacement at least on the 5 minute. I was like, yeah, that was probably pretty smart to just wait for that, but c'est la vie. It's an hourly fair value gap here. It's just like a 50% of it, probably. It is a bit above it. Look at that 15-minute candle, how it's closing. Pretty weak. I mean, we have 3 more minutes, so NQ's really all over the place here. Let me see this. Yeah, we took both of them. Very, very rangy here, NQ. For the first about 12, 13 minutes of the day. Even for ES. I mean, it is looking good if you're, like, this could be a potential Judas there. But I'm not sure how clean the action's gonna continue to be, because it's not clean so far. I think that would be fine if it broke this low of a 5-minute fair value gap. To give us a clean move down to here, I mean, that would be nice. I don't know if it'll happen, but we'll see. It is definitely choppy the first 15 minutes of the day. Like I said, there's no news today, so I don't really have such high expectations. I mean, we took the high buy side yesterday, so external to internal, but it did already tap some internal here. But if you're still thinking it's like consolidation conditions, and then then you'll think that we'll take out that low, or that will retrace deeply in here. So if it's following this bearish structure, that 15-minute candle is kind of hilarious how that closed. No body at all here. It's a very large wick to the upside. But yet no really clean displacement to the downside on any time frame. So that's why I'm not in anything right now. I mean, you could probably mark out the midpoint of this wick now. Or here again, but it is riskier to be doing that. Just see. I mean, I'd be happy if it now started bleeding lower with a displacement closing below this. That would be nice. And then I'd probably, if there was one, we'd see. We'll see. It could also just be choppy. I'm not really doing us many favors here, NASDAQ, today. And just looking at them side by side now, NASDAQ and ES. ES is below this like 920 low. NASDAQ didn't quite hit that yet. I think the midpoint of that 15-minute wick is around like the high of that 15-minute fair value gap. So it could definitely reach back up there. It's very ugly here, no displacements. Unfortunately. Still 1 minute in that candle. Ugly. Yeah. Very, yeah, rangy. Let me see here. Okay, pretty nice rejection there. See on the 5 for ES, did it create? Well, it broke below that. This next candle determines whether that's going to be a FEG, and it doesn't really look like it because there's not much of a difference in range there, so. Yeah. Tough. Nothing. What's why I'm doing also down? Okay, cool. Let's see here. We'll look at the heat map real quick. Yeah, so pretty flat like day overall. It's pretty mixed. Google's down, Amazon's up, Microsoft's up, Tesla's down. I think today's gonna be pretty hard. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a pretty hard day. Yeah. So I'm not really eager to press any button right now. There's no displacement, even on either side, you know? Pretty choppy. What's the news like for next week? No news Monday. Oh, you have CPI next week. Okay. Fun. That is interesting. I do like CPI. I really wouldn't be surprised if we just like kind of barcode for a bit here. And frustrate people, you know? I mean, I'm basically just looking for a displacement to the downside. It's not giving it, so not much for me to do there in that regard. Especially since this hourly candle, it took this high and it retreated. When it's this 1 hour fair value gap, then you would think it would take at least this low next. I mean, maybe the next hourly candle will. That's why I'm still bearish. Coffee definitely makes me cough. I took drank some coffee today. I don't know. I don't know why. But I was just thinking about how next week's CPI, right? And I did tell you guys I did my first ever podcast like a couple days ago. And during the podcast, I did say like, I love CPI. It's my favorite day. And I'm just like, oh man. It's going to release like next week and CPI is next week. So it's a little bit of pressure there for me now to do well again on CPI. Yeah, we're definitely range bound and very ugly. And just a 100-point range on NQ, which is, given the current ranges recently, it's not impressive considering like we've had like what's the ATR now on the daily? I would love to know. I do think do you guys I think today's probably going to be a small body candle again. It's going to be hard, right? Large, small, large. Friday no news, probably small body candle. ATR. Oh my gosh. That's wrong. It's definitely not 129. Oh, this is ES. Oh my gosh. The average true range of ES now. 130 points per day. And NQ? Wow. You can see how much the volatility has risen, right? 626 over the last 5 days. It means that the average range is 626 points. And key over the last 5 days. You can change it based on what you want. Like last 10 days, probably a little lower. It's 561, but I typically just look at the last 5. Wild. Okay, are we getting any sort of displacements now? We did come back to 50% of that candle in the 15, which was pretty much around here. We did reject. We are getting a FEG here. Depending on this. what would this look like? Just to here would be 1.4R, and to here would be 3.2. Like, you don't even need, you could put the midpoint of this. What does it look like on the 32nd? Yeah, probably should try that, right? I mean, we'll see now if this is going to also create a 5-minute fair value gap. Maybe just think about the daily candle. If it gets to 18.3, what would that look like? Down to here? It's feasible. Okay. So I'll probably try that if it gives me the retracement there. And if it chops me out, then, I can't really do much about that. Sure, it could just be choppy 5-minute barcodes all day, but that's probably going to be my, that'll be my trade. Okay, I am filled there. See, is Tanya going to get stopped out immediately, or is it going to go towards her target? This will be first target, okay? I'm not going to be dumb. It is starting to already expand, which is good. So I think I could probably already put my stop like there, right? Let me think. Yeah. It is already starting to expand. It's pretty good, right? There, because that's like a breaker. Pretty much said what I was looking for. So I'm quite happy there. Probably, will be looking to take off. A good amount there. Or like 2 or 3 of the contracts. Hopefully it doesn't like chop up and come back to me. But, it shouldn't. Oh, it's already back to break even. Wicking this again. It's crazy how you only have like 15 seconds to make your decision whether you want a tiny partial there. But I said I didn't. I said I wanted my partial here. So I'm still staying in this trade. We definitely shouldn't come back up here. This is high again. 82. Yeah, so my stop is pretty fine. Comes the first target, that'll be a 2R. Probably take off 3 there then. Like most of my... And then full target will be like 4.72. Okay. Alright. What's ES doing? I hope it's not being a fool. It's being fine. Okay. Where's 1010? Here. Nothing I can do now. I just have to let it work out. Yeah, so what happened? I was in the trade for like literally a minute and a half. Worked out 30 points in the favor, and now it's like retracing a bunch. If I get stopped out, it's just going to be like, all right, choppy market. So it'll be worth the risk anyway. $483.75 is my stop. The high of this candle here. It's not fun. This is not fun. It's not a clean market. I mean, I could just take off some, but it's not fun for me. It's probably going to stop me out. Chop fest. It didn't yet, but it probably will. I'm not mad at all, honestly. Probably is going to stop me out any second now. I mean, whatever. Oh, whatever, bro. I followed my plan there, so what can I do if we're just gonna barcode here? Nothing. Nothing. Let me see. Yep, whatever. I'll try that again. Like, if I, like, just reviewing, would I take that trade again? Yeah, I would, so. I've rejected a couple times and made a displacement finally, so I'm gonna go short in that displacement pretty much every time. So, I mean, what can I do? Not much. Whew. Let me think here. Yeah, not much really. I think I performed fine also. In terms of shorting here, sure, you have like 5 seconds to decide whether or not you want to take that partial there, and I did not. So, whatever. All the inversion traders of the world probably took the long here though. So congrats for your little I don't even know what that would even look like. You go long here, your stop is like this, and your target's like this. That's why I don't really, typically I'm not going to take that type of trade. Like I'm typically in it before it inverts, you know? Because I think if I'm taking a trade like this, I think it's going to be low resistance. It's happening in a macro. We finally had some displacement. We already rejected midpoint of that 15-minute wick. Like, I'm going to try it every time pretty much for the 2R and 5R. Here now, you know, we had that inversion. We've had this bullish fair value gap now. Do I really want to long here to go for the upside? Not really. I don't know. can watch it go without me, but I don't really feel like getting involved in this range. So, whatever. Quick stop out, whatever. Yeah, it's not really an easy week for me. Let me think here. Yeah. Not going to press hard inside this range, like I said. And I was trading in the direction of the hourly, right? That hourly fair value gap. So I'm fine. I think I did fine in regards to like analysis. We're definitely in high resistance conditions. 5 minutes of barcode. Ugly, pretty ugly. So, pretty happy though with putting down risk for that last trade. So I'm down like 350 on the day. Nothing to be really concerned about. And I'm not in a rush to find something else because what am I going to do in this range? Jagged on this side. Reach into this hourly close all the way down here. You would think that I was thinking continuation for lower here, at least to the previous low, but whatever. If it's not going to happen, then it's not going to happen. I'm not going to continue trying to push it that way. In regards to longs, regular trading hours. Nah, I'm fine with that. I tried short because London was also a manipulation up. All right. In regards to longs, I don't really see any plan I could make. So I don't see any reason for me to flip a bias for no reason. Like, sure, now I just went to new high of day from that little internal VPR. Cool. Like I said, I didn't want to be part of it. Let's see, was at the low, did we have an SMT here? Oh, so annoying. It wasn't even like a 15-minute low. It's like taking a 1-minute low liquidity as liquidity, so I'm not really that impressed by that, I guess. Okay. I mean, now what? This 4-hour candle closed at 10, right? What time did I enter my trade, by the way? I was like right at 9:59. Okay. Like, where is it going to go? Probably fill some of this void, I guess, if it's going to have continued upside. My 10-15 mental game reminder. I don't know, man. I'm not rushing to get into another trade. Yeah, plus we filled that RTH gap at the open. I really don't mind. I had a bunch of confluences for my previous trade, and if I get stopped out of a market structure shift, I'm happy for it. I mean, whatever. Could have reversed there, didn't want to. What would have that looked like, though? What would have it looked like? Probably wouldn't have gotten filled there. Let's not be unrealistic. Yeah, it really depends on your fill. Gotta be quick. You had like 10 seconds for that, probably. Yep. What we call like a megaphone formation, broadening formation. Like pretty much the hardest action to trade in for a lot of people because it's high resistance. It's like it'll make a high, then it'll take out some small low, the low, and then take out the high again, take out the low again, whatever. Even on the higher time frames or on the daily, it looks like that as well. Right? We had an outside candle here in this day too, where it took out both the high and the low, and it ended up in the opposite direction, right? So this is the 5-minute. It's not even creating any 5-minute fair value gaps. I'm not particularly bullish on the day. What happened? Tanya, what's the difference between the low getting taken on ES nut and Q? It's the divergence. You kind of want to like look out for those because it could be a turning point in the market. I mean, I wasn't looking at this one, unfortunately. But yeah, probably if I'd seen it, maybe I would have just put my stop tighter. But again, you have like 2 minutes to decide that, so comes with the reality. Like here. What's the heat map looking like? Like, what are we at on NASDAQ? Are we still all flat on the day, mixed? Let me see. Yeah, so it's not... Like I said, it's not easy when it's all mixed like this. So... meaning it's not going to be in one direction, so I'm not going to really be so excited for longs here either. No displacements to upside really, so on the larger like 5-minute type of thing. I'm not going to just long a FEG when it took a high. So it could like literally can come back towards the lows again too. It's like I don't know. It's so choppy. And you don't have to force yourself to take a trade if it's not the best conditions. Yeah, I would try that one again earlier because it was during a macro and everything else lined up. So, but in regards to now, I'm just like really low probability conditions. I don't really want to put down some risk here. Let's see. From here to here. But that's now our range of the day. You have a 3-minute fair value gap. Didn't displace above here. But yeah, it's holding that for now. Let's see. Not really inclined to go long unless it like takes some sell side maybe. I don't know. I think that I saw the easiest trade was pre-market because there was still there's a 4-hour FEG here, and I was watching it when I was awake, just drip lower from here. That was probably the easiest right here, even. What's up, the OC guy? Thank you for the donation. You said you're a fan of the show. Thank you. We do put on quite the show. Oh. Yeah, I don't think this is a day to put on like so much risk. You know, it's probably gonna invert this now, the 3 minute. And then what? Is it gonna go all the way for this low? Yeah, probably if it's a seek and destroy environment. I would want it to displace below like 50% of this range if it does so. Then for me to look for another short again, really. Other than that, I'm not going to really touch that. Sometimes you have to put on a trade to really find out what the environment's like. So, I did that. Found out it's not going to be low resistance today. Yeah, I want at least like a displacement here on the 1 below this then for me to look for another short, but other than that, I'm not gonna try that. Because I see the other side where it's like it is respecting this 3 minute in a premium. It could definitely, if it wants to continue to be bullish, it could go for these highs here. Sure. So can kind of frame both sides at the moment. Ba-da-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'll make sure to have these guys side by side now. Yeah, and if it displaces below this, I'll also create an inversion here. I mean, we'll see if it does that, though. It could not. Ba-da-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. Nope, nothing yet. 2 minute. Probably looks the cleanest. 3 minutes, okay. See how this ends up. I need to see a displacement below it for me to even consider it. And no, I'm not gonna go down to like the lower time frames or whatever. If it doesn't happen on like the 1, it doesn't even happen on the 30-second there. Yep, nothing. I'm fine. I don't want to be part of it. Even if it slowly drips lower, it's like I don't want to be part of a move that's like a slow grind lower type of thing. Let's see how this 3-minute candle, yeah, it's not even inverting this yet. So, nothing yet here. Just looking at, there any potential inversions for the other side? Not really. Unless you're counting this tiny one. I don't even think it is one. Only one would be here. And that would be a break of a short-term high anyway, so not really much I have to mark out there. So, yeah, it's anyone that, breakout traders, they're in some heat here. Because it's just a seek and destroy. Or even people that probably just like immediately tried this pullback. Could probably just grind lower. Grind lower that I don't want to be part of. Because any second can just be a 50-point candle to the upside. Just staying safe in the meantime. Okay, this finally inverted that the way that closed. These candles are not like a energetic way of doing so. We're starting to get one here, maybe. Maybe. Bum 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum bum bum. Bum ba-da-dum. Dun dun da 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 da. So even gonna give a fill here. Probably not. It's probably not going to even give the fill, honestly. I don't feel like chasing it. That'd be crazy. I'm sorry. One, two, three. Not really that great. I don't know. It's a 2 minute. Up here, what's that high? 76.75. Back below that. You have some SMTs there. Man. Probably could. Oh, it's a tough decision to make here, whether or not you want to consider that SMT. To short off of. Because you're in a discount now. We went 3 legs down, so probably not. What was the original idea I had here? Yeah, short from here. Go for that. Potential, yeah. But the fact is we took 3 legs down now. Now you're in a 2-minute here. It really depends on how it treats this. Because I could see it also just being high resistance that way again. Oh, it's tough. Do you try it again? Do you try it? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. What's a 3-minute look like? It's very choppy. It's hard. Okay. I'm gonna wait for essentially to see the react. I'm not like entering this straight up into here. I think I'd rather wait for like a 30-second inversion or market structure shift and then put the stop at the high or something, you know? Because it's just so choppy, and this is like, I don't want to enter in here and like get blown out of the water again on a just like a surge back up from it being, you know, high resistance conditions. So I canceled my limit order there. Okay. So now I'm watching how this closes. Okay. Pretty good close there, I'd say. And is it going to invert that? Then I'll just go straight short into there towards this and stop there at that high. Okay, it did. So let me just literally click sell ask here. Okay, I'm in that trade now. Oops. Okay, so I want it to just go straight down now. Okay, second time's the charm for trying this. And if this doesn't work out, then whatever. There's an FEG here on the 30-second. It should just reject from. Should do this quickly, I would hope. Do a BPR now here. If it closes back above it, I'll literally just close it immediately. Like I won't wait for a full stop out here because I don't want to be part of a chop sliding back up. If it closes back above this box, I'm going to be out and just call it a day. But essentially I want it to reject quickly here and go towards the sell side here. Or how many points would that be, right, from here to here? 54 points. Oh yeah, I have to be close here. It's just in case if it closes back above this, I'm seriously just gonna close the trade. I do not want to be part of that grind if it grinds back up. But so far it is rejecting that BPR. Okay. So far so good. Let's see it hit these lows quickly. It's just dilly-dallying. Trash. You're trash, NQ. I closed above. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. What did I take that? I took like a 20-point loss there, but whatever. On micros. I'm not doing it. Whatever, bro. Doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do it. I'm glad I cut that now. Doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do it. She's tilted. I'm not tilted at all, actually. I'm glad I cut that quickly there. Would have taken a full stop out. And the same thing, like, if I just gone short straight up into there, here, it would have worked out for 2.5 minutes, and then again. Probably surges back up then. Maybe I can find a flip to long, since it is inverting this, but I'm going to take a second. I'm going to take a second, right? So it's definitely an unwillingness to go lower and now displacing higher. Hey. Do I want to flip immediately in like a choppy environment? No, not really. So let's see. I just don't like the RRs. I don't know. Just surging up. Let's see here on the 5. On the 5, it's about to have that inversion. There's probably people begging me to stop. Like, relax. You know, this is the environment you're trading in. All right, that's the last trade of the day. Okay, that's the last trade idea of the day, and if I get stopped out, I'm totally done. Inversion on the 2-minute. Yeah. I really don't mind getting stopped out when there's a market structure shift. So if I know I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. You know, and then I could flip to the other side. Yeah, here I didn't. Now I am. So, 66 points it would be probably. Something like that. A little bit less. Okay. I want this to be a breakaway, actually, so probably like that. Yeah, could definitely make my stop a little bit less. $1.5R. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let this go. And this is not revenge trading, this is simply chilling. Enjoy your weekend. All right, sail into peace. That's what ICT says. Okay. I've never known peace in my life. What's peace? What's peace? I don't like anything. I don't even like this too much. Continue holding it. I hate this, my god. Let's see. If I'm uncomfortable, it's probably a fine. Probably a good thing. Probably would have to take a partial. And then stop at break even there. Okay, partial there. Took 2 off. Yeah, I'm gonna do stop break even essentially. Because you'd want it to just continue up higher here. Yeah. So 30 points were booked. Let's see if I can make back the rest. See that 2-minute? Yeah, literally, if it comes back to stop me out, break even, then it's probably not going to work out to the best. So, even maybe I'll take off 2 here and then one last one here. What do you think? Take off 2 there, and then one last. Let's see how it reacts. I'll see how, and then the last one maybe up here. Yeah. Or I get stopped at break even. We'll see. But I think it's fine to have the stop at break even now, because even this is now a mitigation block. So, you know. Happy. I think I cut my trade there. Yeah, for that short. And then I entered long here. Partial. So, like, you know, performance-wise, execution-wise, I did pretty well in that regard. You know, it should get bought up here, right? That fair value gap and volume imbalance to continue higher if it's going to be any good. Which it is doing pretty well here, so. But whatever. We want to be a fun seek and destroy day. Took me some time to get accustomed to that. And I'm probably gonna get out for like just being break even on the day. Which is fine. You're still using your experience for further. This is another 30 bars, so 30 handles. Yeah, it would be like 67 points. Okay. What was the thing? Why did I erase that? It's the last target I'd go for. Which is another 30 handles. Did ES take the high? Yeah. Come on, NQ, you can follow suit. That's 1050. Cool. Fix my earring. Their hands off the mouse, that's it, you know? Can't let this retracement really bother you too much. It did not stop you. What was that low? 15.5. Yeah, wicked that again. It's pretty makes sense. It's what NQ likes to do. Bro, are you gonna take out that high? Still have 22 points to that high. I know ES took it, but I wouldn't think. I would rather see. I'd rather hold it. Yeah, I'd rather hold it. I would think NQ catches up without being dumb, without taking out another low first. I mean, that would just be whatever. I don't care. I can be at peace knowing like I did the best I could, so. What is that from? Is that Mario Kart? What's that 2-minute look like, by the way? Decent, hopefully. Right, along there. Well, I got a pretty shitty fill again. I don't know how. How did I manage that? I would love to know. Whatever, it's like 4 points off of this. This looks fine. Wow. It really is just stalling, isn't it? Mad annoying. Just taking its sweet time whenever I'm in a trade. I'm getting ready to like add that another limit there for that last contract. It's about to hit that high of day. Okay, got filled on the rest there. The last one will be at 98. Getting ready for that. It is surging, so that's nice. Put it at like 97 or whatever. Okay. Now stop is in profit for that last one. I'll secure like, how many points there if it gets there? Like 90. Yeah, like 89 or 88 points on that last one. Let me just think about where to put that stop securely. Yeah. Probably just want to trail it based on the 3. 35.50. At the midpoint of this. It shouldn't really come back all the way down here, so yeah, 30, 36, 75 is good. Put it like a 35 or something. Yeah. And what's the low of this candle? Yeah, 35.75. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to be caught in the retracement here, so I would want it. It's gonna go for this. I want it to go right away, which is why I'm just like trailing that stop up here. Like the worst case scenario is I get like 30 points out of it. The best case scenario is I get, 90 points. See that? 3. Yeah, in that 15 minutes. Creating an inversion there. $2,000 people. Hit the like button. I'm tired. People really like, Tiny, get out, get out. Like, why are you being so greedy? It's not being greedy. It's literally holding one runner for equal highs. Why not? I don't see the issue. So I'm happy I flipped. I think it's fine. What time is it? 11:10? I think it's fine, honestly. And if I'm thinking about it from the terms like where it is now versus where my stop is now versus where my take profit, it's like a dynamic risk of essentially like another. It's not like less than 1. It's a dynamic risk of like 1 to 1. So it's not bad. Let's see if I get stopped here. Will I get stopped in profit or will it leave me alone? Oh shit, I needed like two ticks below this. Okay. The 3 minute I wanted to put below. Literally, if it hits this, I'm out. That's, oh, okay, that's 35.75. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, well, stopped in profit on the rest of that one. Still pretty happy with my performance. Yeah. Only thing I probably could have done better is probably just when I'm anticipating the high resistance liquidity run days, don't just go short straight up in the second distribution, wait for a reaction in it. And I did here, right? And then I tried it and I put a really tight stop there because it should have just bled lower. So then flipped, and that's fine. So whatever. Oh gosh, I gotta make sure I close all my positions. Cancel the limit. Cancel all orders. Flatten everything. Always make sure you do that because you don't want to get accidentally filled on something later on, right? And then get hurt. But all in all, yeah. Lackluster Friday. Like we had thought. Small, really small body candle here. We were literally at a doji on the daily, so stay safe, everybody. I'm not really gonna look for any more trades, and that's it. Have a good one, stay safe, and don't get hurt. Don't be a degenerate today. Today's not the day to be putting on a lot of risk.